Good morning, one and all present here, and welcome to my next class on mensuration. So, we have done one session already on mensuration where we discussed easy problem. I think around 30 questions I had done in that session, and in that I discussed the basic problems related to the formulas. All questions, more or less, what we have done, all were related to the formulas, like the formula of rectangle is length into breadth. Fine. And then when we talk about square, square is a rectangle where all sides are equal. So we use the property diagonals of the squares are equal. They bisect each other at right angle. So all that property we use. Then when I talk about this question number third, we just use that property that because if you want to count the number of carpets, then you just need to figure out that the number of carpet into the area of one carpet should be equal to the area of floor. So similarly, question number four, more or less a similar property on rectangle. Now question number five, we use the formula that base into height is the area of parallelogram. Then question number six, although many people will think to do this question by using the heroine formula that root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Many people can think to use this formula, but otherwise, if you're good with understanding, you can understand this is basically it is a right angle triangle. So if you use a property of right angle triangle, half into base into height area formula, you can get the answer very easily. Question number seven, they ask you a perimeter whose area. So you know that area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. And once you get the value of a, you can get the perimeter. Circumference of circle is 2 pi r, all that formula. Then question number nine is basically the question on percentage. Then semicircle, when I talk about semicircle, so what is the perimeter of semicircle? That is nothing but that is pi r plus 2r. You can use that formula. So all that what we have done, we basically learned the concept, the basic questions, the questions which can be done by using formula. All that we have done. Question number 11 is the understanding of one of the very good question which you can expect in many exam and all. So the property of incircle and semicircle, incircum or circumcircle of a square. So if a square, if there's an incircle is there, then the side of the square will be equal to the diameter of the circle. But if there's a square and then circumcircle is there, then the diameter of the circle will be equal to the diagonal of the square. That property which you should know. So I believe you have gone through my first session on mensuration, and then you are watching this session. I then it would make more sense because the questions what I did in first sessions were purely what you say purely application based by using the formula how you can get the answer and all. So all that what we did there, and then the area of circle if circumference is this, so then diagonal, if the square is given, and so what is the area if I give you the diagonal? So the area of square formula is half into diagonal square. So you can use the question, you can get the answer. Then when you talk about arc, what is the length of arc? Theta by 360 into 2 pi r. You can use that formula. Then isosceles right triangle, if I give you, so you can use the property of Pythagoras theorem and the basic property of isosceles triangle. Here, this is a question of HCF. Then just some straightforward rectangle question. Then this is basically the question where you can solve the problem by using the property of rectangles, the formulas on rectangle. So more or less with the questions what we did, we focused on two-dimensional geometry till three-dimensional geometries were not introduced till then. More or less the questions what we did, they are based on either on triangle or either on rectangle, squares, all that we have touched. So we'll do a lot of sessions on mensuration. So this is just an introductory sessions what we did. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now we'll do a little bit what you say better questions than what we did already. You can see this question number one, two, three, four. So these all question came in CAT 2018. These all are CAT 2018 slot 1, slot 2 questions. and so they are not difficult. So they came in CAT exam. So and so it doesn't mean that they should be difficult. So we'll try to discuss those questions. Now, if you see the question number one, so talking about cone, if I talk about cone, you know about cone, that when I talk about cone, the volume of a cone, if I talk about a cone, the volume of a cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h when I talk about cone. Then if I talk about the curved surface area, if I talk about the curved surface area of a cone, the curved surface area of the cone is pi rl, where L is equal to root of h square plus r square, that is your L value, while the total surface area, while the total surface area of a cone, while the total surface area of the cone is pi r into L plus r. So if we have the basic knowledge, I think that can serve our objective while we are talking about the problem of cone. Cone is one of the problem which is one of which you can expect to be very important. Now discussing this question number one, this came in which came in CAT 2018 exam. So discussing this question, so if you see there in this question, it mentioned there's a right circular cone of height 12 feet. So the height of this cone is 12 feet. So this height is 12 feet. So you are right now ignoring unit. I know that unit is in feet, and then have a diameter called 4 feet. So if the diameter is 4 feet, then the radius would be diameter is 8 feet, then the radius would be 4 feet. Okay, then the tip of the cone is cut off. Actually, they are cutting the part of the cone, means they're developing a fructum. So the tip of the cone is cut off with a plane which is parallel to the base and 9 feet from the base. So like you cut some part of the cone and you developed a fructum like this. You developed a fructum like this. Now this was 12. This was 12 and this is 9. This was 12. This is 9. This was 12. This is 9. This you understand. Now, if you see this is A, this is B, this is C, this is P, this is R, something like this, PQ or something. Now, this is 9. So this is 9 means this would be 3. Now, if you understand the property of similar triangle, so you can say that triangle ABC will be similar to the triangle APQ. Fine. So you can prove that. So triangle ABC would be similar to the triangle APQ. If the two triangles are similar, then the sides are proportional. So with that, you can easily understand. With that, you can easily understand this part that here, here the triangle ABC would be similar to the triangle APQ. So with this, I can say AB by AP will be equal to BC by PQ. So AB is 3 and AP is 12 and BC we don't know, PQ is 4. So with this I can say BC is equal to 1 feet. So now if I talk about the radius of the smaller cube which is forming at the top, the radius of that is 1 feet and its height is 3 feet, that is 12 minus 9. Now if I want this volume, if I want the volume of this fructum, so if I want this volume, if I want this volume of this fructum, so the volume of this fructum is nothing but the volume of the original cone minus the volume of the cone which is cut off. So that you can find. So I can find that is called fructum. So the remaining part, if I want their volume, so the volume of remaining part, so the volume of fructum or whatever you say, remaining part, the volume of the remaining part is the volume of original cone, that is equal to volume of original cone minus the volume of cone which is cut off, volume of cone which is cut off. So the volume of original cone is 1 by 3 pi r. This r1 square h1 minus 1 by 3 pi r2 square into h2. So this I can write 1 by 3 pi. This is r1 square h1 minus r2 square into h2. So 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 into 22 by 7. Then R1 was 4. So 4 square into 12 minus R2 is 1. 1 square into 3. So this you can do. Now you can write this as 22. You can write this as 22 by 21. This is 16 into 12. 12 16 into 12 is 32. 6 192 minus 3. So I can write this is 22 by 21 into 189. So this is 9. So you can say this is 198 feet. Feet cube. If they're asking you the volume, so 198 feet cube. So if they're asking you the volume in the cubic feet of remaining part, that would be 198 cubic feet. Fine. So now you can see the question number 2. So in the parallelogram ABCD of area 72 square feet, the side CD and ED having the length 9 and 16 centimeter respectively. Let P be the point on CD such that AP is perpendicular to CD. Find the area in square centimeter of the triangle APD. Now suppose if I want to solve this question. So there's a parallelogram, suppose there's a parallelogram ABCD. So like this, suppose A, B, C, D. So there's a parallelogram of area ABCD of 72 square centimeter. On the side CD having the length, 9 centimeter. And P is the point, so CD is 9 centimeter. So because there's no space, I'm writing it here. CD is 9 centimeter and CD is 9 and the AD is 16. This is 16 centimeter. This is 90 degree. So let P is the point on CD such that AP is perpendicular to CD. Then the area of the triangle. So you understand this. Suppose this is H. And then you know that formula of area of the triangle. What is the area of triangle? Base into height. The height is H and your base is 9 is equal to 72. So with this you can find the H is equal to 8. So I can say your H is equal to 8. So this is 8 now. So this is right angle triangle. So I can find the value of PD. So the value of PD would be nothing but a root of 16 square minus 8 square. That is that 16 square is 256, 8 square is 64. So I can say this is 192. So the root of 192. So 192. So the value of PD is root of 192, and AP is 8. So if I want the area of triangle APD, if I want the area of triangle APD, that is half into base into height. So base into height, root of 192. That is 4 into root of 192. That value I want. So root of 192. This is 96. This is 48. This is 24. This is 12. This is 6. This is 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 means this would be 4 into 8 into root 3. The answer is 32 root 3. This is the area of triangle EPD. That answer is 32 root 3. Simple question. It's not at all a difficult problem. Now you can see the question number third, from the triangle, uh, from the rectangular part, from the rectangular so from the rectangle ABCD of area 768 square centimeter, a semicircular part with diameter AB and area 72 pi square centimeters removed. Find the perimeter of leftover portion in centimeter. So now this is the question. Now this is the question. So this question came in at again 2018. So there's a rectangle. So there's a rectangle ABCD. So there's a rectangle ABCD. So there's a rectangle ABCD of area 768. Uh, from on this rectangle, a semicircular part uh, of diameter AB and area 72 pi is cut removed. So from a rectangle ABCD of area 768 square centimeter, a semicircular part. So you remove this part. So after this, you left with this part only. Okay, 772 pi part area that you remove. This is semicircle. What is the area of semicircle? That is half pi r square. That is the formula of semicircle, and that area what you remove is 72 pi. So with this I can find the value of r. R is equal to 12. So if the r is equal to 12, then the radius of the semicircle is 12. So here AB is the diameter of the semicircle. So the diameter of the semicircle will be 24. That means this is 24. If this is 24, this is also 24. Now, once you get the one side of the rectangle, you can find the other side. What is the formula of area of rectangle? Length into breadth. So once you get the one side as 24, you can find the other side because the area of rectangle is given 768. So you can find that this is this 72, then 32. You can find the other part. This would be 32. This would be 32. So you get this. So one part. So this is 32. This is 32. This is 32. This is 24. You understood this. Now, if I ask you what is the perimeter, if I ask you what is the perimeter of leftover portion, so the perimeter of leftover portion, if I ask you the perimeter of leftover portion, so the perimeter of leftover portion, if I'm asking you, that is, suppose this is A, B, C, D, so that is 32 plus 24 plus 32 plus this is what? This is pi r. Pi into r. R was 12. If you remember. So this is what? 32 plus 32, 64. 64 plus 24. That is 88. So 88 plus 12 pi. This is the perimeter of the leftover portion. Fine. So hope you understood this. Then next question, the area of rectangle and the area and the square, the area of rectangle and the square of its perimeter are in ratio 1:25. So the area of rectangle, suppose the side of rectangle is A into B, the area of rectangle, so then the area of rectangle divided by the square of the perimeter, perimeter of square, so perimeter square, so the area of rectangle, the area of rectangle and the square of perimeter and the square of perimeter are in ratio 1:25. The area of rectangle and the square of the perimeter they are in ratio 1:25. So let the sides of rectangle are AB. So the area would be A into B, perimeter would be 2 into A plus B.
So the square of this is equal to 1 by 25. So I can write this as 4 into a plus b whole square is equal to 25ab. So I can write 4 a square plus 4b square plus 8ab is equal to 25ab. I can expand a plus b whole square. So then I can say 4a square minus 17ab plus 4b square is equal to 0. So then I can write 4a square minus 16ab minus ab plus 4b square is equal to 0. So if you take 4a common, so a minus 4b minus b common, so a minus 4b is equal to 0. So then you can say 4a minus b or a minus 4b is equal to 0. So with this I can say 4a minus b is equal to 0 or a minus 4b is equal to 0. So I can say 4a is equal to b. I can say a equal to 4b. So a by b is equal to 1 by 4 or a by b equal to 4 by 1.
Now you know that if you know that here, then the length of shorter and the longer they're asking you. They're asking you the ratio of length of shorter and the longer. So it means so definitely the ratio should be less than 1. So the answer for this would be 1:4. Okay. Now going further, you can see this next question. Question number 5. The room is the dimension of room is given to you. A room is 16 meter long, so the length is 16 meter, the breadth is 7 meter, and the height is 8 meter. Find the cost of whitewashing the four walls of the room at 7.5 rupees per meter. So you know that the formula area of area of four walls of room. So that formula is 2h into L plus B. So the area is 2 into 8 into 16 plus 7. 16 plus 7 is 23. That is the area of four walls of the room. So you need to find the cost. So 1 meter square cost is 7.5 rupees. So the total cost would be into 7.5. 7.5 I can write as 15 by 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So then 15 8 is 120, 120 into 23. So that, okay, sorry, one part I missed. So they wrote whitewashing is not done on the door and the window which occupy 65 meters square. Sorry, 1 minute. So you will not do whitewashing. So on this area, from this area, you will subtract the area of your doors and windows, which is 65, and then on the remaining you will multiply 7.5. Okay. So, so this is 16 into 23. 16 into 2 into h, 2 into h into L plus b. Okay, so 16 into 23, 16 3 is 48. This is 368 minus 65. You get 303 into 15 by 2. 303 5s are 303 5s is 1515 and then 1515. This is 303 5s are, then 1s is 303. So you will get is 545 4545 4545 divided by 2. This is what, this is 2, this is 2 2s are, then 7 2 2 7. So 2272 2.5. This is the cost. This is in rupees. And simple question. You just need to apply the formula of area of four walls of the room. And there the question is there that when you do the painting, when you do the whitewashing, you will not do on doors and windows. So their areas are given. So from the total area of the four walls of the room, you will subtract the area of the doors and windows, and then you will multiply that with the per square meter cost. Now see the next question. So the next question is the ratio between the sides of the room is 5:3. So the side 1 is 5x and the side 2 is 3x. So the ratio between the sides of the room is given like this, 5:3. So one side is 5x, the other side is 3x. The cost of whitewashing the ceiling. So ceiling they're asking you. Ceiling means length into breadth. The ceiling part, you understand, roof, ceiling. So the cost of whitewashing the ceiling at 50 paisa per square meter is rupees 270. So I hope you understand. So the one 1 meter square cost is 50 paisa, means 1 by 2 rupees, and the total cost on whitewashing of ceiling is 270 rupees. So with this I can find the area of ceiling. So with this I can find the area of ceiling. So for 1 square meter you're paying 50 paisa, and your total money you're paying 270 rupees. So the area of ceiling is 540 meters square. With this you can find the area of ceiling as 540 meters square, and you know the length and breadth of the ceiling. So with this I can say 15x square, which is 5 into 3, is equal to 540. So I can say that x square is equal to 15 3 then 6 so the value of x is equal to 6. So then so the length is 5 6 are 30, breadth is 6 3 are 18, and so you understood the length, you understood the breadth, and now they're asking you the cost of papering the wall. So the cost of papering the wall. So when you talk about wall, so if you try to put paper on the wall, if you're trying to put paper on the wall, if you're trying to put papers on the wall, if you're trying to put papers on the wall, this was 6. So if you're trying to put papers on the wall, so you'll use the formula of area of four walls of the room. You'll apply the formula of area of four walls of the room. That would be 2h into L plus B. So L plus B. So that you know that formula. Now in this formula, they're asking you, they're paying 10 paisa for 1 square meter, and total money they spend is 48 rupees. So means 1 by 10 rupees for 1 meter square, and the total money you spend is 48 rupees. It means the total area was 480. You can understand. So the area of four walls of the room is 480. So 2 into H, L plus B is 48. So right, this is 480. So this is 10. So the value of H, you'll get 10 divided by 2 means 5. The area of four walls of the room you'll get is 5. Fine. So you can do this question very easily. Then the next question you can see. Then the next question you can see the then the next question you can see that rectangular field uh, a rectangular field cost 110 rupees for leveling at 50 paisa per square meter. For 1 square meter, the cost is 50 paisa or 1 by 2 rupees, and then they pay total 110 rupees. So the total cost they paid is 110 rupees. So with this you can get the area. So the total area would be 220 meters square. Okay, so then the ratio of length to breadth is given. So I can write length as 11x and the breadth is 5x. So the area
So the area is 11x into 5x, and that is equal to 220. So 55x square is equal to 220. So the value of x is equal to 2. So the length is equal to 11 to the 22, and your breadth is equal to 5 to the means 10. They're asking you the length, so the length would be 10. Then the next question, you can think about the next question. The length and breadth of a rectangular plot. So the length and the breadth of a rectangular plot. So the length of a rectangular plot is 4 times its breadth. So you take breadth as b. You take breadth as b. So the length would be 4b. So the length of rectangular plot is 4 times its breadth, and its area is 4 hectares. So the area of this would be 4b square, and that is 4 hectare. 4 hectare means 4 into 10,000 meters square. So the b square is equal to 10,000. So the b value is equal to 100. So the length value would be 400. Okay. So how long will it take for the dog to walk at the rate of 3 kilometers per hour? So you got the length, you got the breadth. So I can find the perimeter. So perimeter of the rectangle. So that would be so 2 into 100 plus 400. I got the perimeter as 1000 meter or 1 kilometer. So the perimeter of the rectangle is 1 kilometer, and the dog takes 1 hour to travel 3 kilometer. The speed of dog is 3 kilometer per hour. So it goes 3 kilometer in 1 hour means 60 minutes. So 1 kilometer it will go in how many minutes? That would be 20 minutes. Right. Then see the next question. Find the length of the wire required to fence a square field 4 times, having its area 5 hectare and 76 earths. So you know that 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 meters square, and 1 earth is equal to 100 meters square. So with this I can say, so the area is given to you 5 hectares 7 earths. So the area of this would be 57600 meters square. So I got this area. So 5 hectare and 76 earths. Find the length of wire required to fence a square field. So the area is this much. So I can find the length of the square. So the length of square, the area of the square is 57600. So the length is nothing but it is a square root of area. So 576 square root is 24. So the length of the square is 240 meter. Okay. So the perimeter of the square, that is 4 into 8, that is 4 into 240, that would be 960 meter. So this is the perimeter. So they are asking you find the length of the wire that is required to fence the square field 6 times, having a field 6 times. 6 times you are doing it. So the length of wire what you require if you're doing it 6 times. So the length of wire what you require is 6 into 960. So that is nothing but that is 4 50 5 sorry. So 6 6 36 3 carry. 3 carry means 54 plus 3 5 57 5760 meter. That is the length of wire. Now question number 14 you can see. You can see this question number 14. A room is 90 meter long and 3.5 meter broad. 90 meter long and 3.5 meter broad. What will be the cost of covering its floor with carpet 17 centimeter wide, and when you are paying 95 paisa per meter? Okay, so you can understand the floor, the carpet. So the carpet what you're putting on the floor, the area of that carpet should be equal to the area of floor. So you need to understand here that the area of carpet should be equal to the area of floor. Area of carpet should be equal to the area of floor. So the area of carpet is 19 into 3.5. 3.5 I wrote 7 by 2, and the length of the carpet, the length of the sorry, I did ulta. So that area of floor is 90 into 7 by 2. And when I talk about carpet, the length of carpet is not given, but the breadth is given 70 centimeter. So 70 centimeter I can convert into meter. So you can write this as 7 by 10. So 7 get cancelled, and this is 5 za. So the length of carpet you will get is 95 meter. So the length of carpet is 95 meter, and for every meter you are paying 95 paisa. So every meter you are paying 95 paisa. So the cost per meter, so the cost per meter paid is 95 paisa. 95 paisa means 95 by 100 rupees. So the cost for 95 meter, so that is how much cost you will pay. That is 95 into 95 divided by 100. Already I taught many times about Vedic maths how to find the square of the number ending with 5. So that would be 9025. So this cost is 90.25 rupees. And then you can see the next question. The area of 4 walls of the room is 2640, and the length is twice its breadth, and the height is 11. So height is 11 and the length is twice its breadth, and the area is 2640. So you can write 22 into 3b is 2640. So this is 1 za, then 120. So b is equal to 40. So L is equal to 80. So length is twice and height is given. Find the area of ceiling. So area of ceiling is what? So the area of ceiling is length into breadth. The area of ceiling is length into breadth. So 40 into 80 will get 3200 meters square. Then the next question you see, if the perimeter of the square and rectangle are same, then the area A and B enclosed by them would satisfy. Very good question. So you can consider it's very good question. So here let me copy this question. Now suppose there's a rectangle having the side A and B, and there's a square having the side x. Okay. Now the perimeter square, both are their perimeter same. So the perimeter of rectangle is 2 into a plus b. That will be equal to the perimeter of the square. So I can say a plus b by 2 equal to x. Then you know that area of rectangle, you know that area of rectangle is equal to a into b, and area of square, and you know that area of square is x square. So I can write area square x square means I can write area square is a plus b by 2 whole square. So that is the area of square. So I can say area of rectangle is equal to a into b, and the area of square, I can say area of square is a plus b by 2 whole square. Okay, now you need to compare between them. Suppose this is equal to a and this is what is a, what is b? Let me just confirm. Having area, so the square is a, square here is a. Suppose this is b and this is a. Now you need to comment on them. So you can consider any value for them. You can comment on them accordingly. Like that you can do. You can think about the values and all that. That way you can do. That way you can do, and then you can figure out what way it would work, provided that it should be like this. That it should satisfy this equation. Provided that it should satisfy this equation, that x should be a plus b by 2. So that you can think about a and b, and that way you can think about them. So you can do like that, or otherwise if you know the inequality concept, So you know that arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. So if I talk about the square having the side a and b, so the arithmetic mean would be a plus b by 2, and that should be greater than the geometric mean of them. So I can say a plus b by 2 whole square is greater than eb. So that proves. So this is proof. So you know that this is the area of square, a plus b by 2 whole square, and this is the area of rectangle. So you can prove it because we know in progression that arithmetic mean of certain set of natural numbers. So the x should be greater than 0. For them, the arithmetic mean is greater than geometric mean. So if you apply that, with that you can say that the area of square, with that you can say that the area of square is always more than the area of rectangle. Area of rectangle, provided if their perimeters are equal, means A is greater than B. Fine. So then you can see this question number 17. You can see this question number 17. This is what? 17, not 20. I don't. Okay, fine. So ignore the numbers of question. So here the two circles. You can see this question. Two circles. You can see this. Two circles touch internally. So two circles are touching internally. Suppose the two circles are like this. They are the two circles. Two circles touch internally. The sum of the area is 116 pi, and the distance between them. So the distance between them. So this is O1, this is O2, and the distance between them is 6. This is the radius smaller circle. And suppose this is the radius of bigger circle. So I can say the radius of bigger circle is 6 plus r, and then the area of them, so that would be pi r square plus pi into 6 plus r square, that would be equal to the 116 pi. Pi I can cancel. So r square plus 36 plus r square plus 12r is equal to 116. So you can write 2r square. So if you write 2r square plus 12r, then minus 116 minus 36, that would be 8 11 86 is equal to 0. So r square plus 6r minus 43 equal to 0. 1 minute, let me just confirm. 160 minus 36, so that would be 80. So this would be 40. So this I can write r square plus 10 and 4. So I can write this as 10r minus 4r minus 40 equal to 0. So then if you take r common, so r into r plus 10 minus 4 plus 10 equal to 0. So r minus 4 into r plus 10 equal to 0. So the value of r you get is 4. So if you get the value of r equal to 4, so the r value is 4 centimeter, and then the capital R would be 6 plus r, that would be 10 centimeter. Now see this question number 18. Everyone see this question. Now, so bed of roses is like a figure given below. In the center is a square. On each side there is a semicircle. The side of the square is 21 meter. And if each rose plant need 6 meter square of space, find the number of plant in the bed. So bed of roses is like this figure. There's a square, and the side of the square is 21. So there's a square is there. this is square of the side 21, and then you can see 4 semicircle having the diameter 21. I hope you understand if there are 4 semicircle. So if I'm saying 4 semicircle, if I'm saying 4 semicircle, so I can say that they are equal to 2 circle. You can understand this, and the diameter of the circle is 21. So I can say the radius is 21 by 2. So the total area, if I'm asking you, the total area is nothing but that is a square of the, sorry, that is the area of square plus the area of two circles. So 2 pi r square, where the radius of the circle is 21 by 2. You just need to solve this. So this is, if you take 21 common, so that you will get 1 plus 44 by 7 by 4. So you get 11. So you can write this as 441. This is 1 plus 11 by 7. 1 plus 11 by 7. So you can write 441 into 18 by 7. So this is 63 into 18. 63 into 18 is 1134. The area is 1134. So the area is 1134. This is the total area. So the total area is 1134. This is the total area of this rose bed or something. Then if each rose plant needs 6 meters square, so what is the number? So each means what is the number? Number will be nothing but 1134 divided by 6. 6 ones are, then 53, then 8s are, then 8s are means then again 54, so you'll get 189. Then going further, if x is the median of the equilateral triangle, then what is the area? I think already I have discussed this concept in the time when I was teaching you triangles. So if by using median, if you form a imaginary triangle, so if by using medians, if I form the imaginary triangle, so the area of that imaginary triangle, so the area of the imaginary triangle having their sides equal to median, having their sides equal to median, having the side equal to median. So then that area of that imaginary triangle would be 1/3 of the area of original triangle. Area of the original triangle. Already I have made a video on the triangles where I discussed the concept of triangle. There already I have cleared this concept. So imagine if I'm constructing an imaginary triangle where all the sides of that imaginary triangle is x x x, means I'm making equilateral triangle. So what would the area of the triangle? So that was √3/4 x square. And now this is equal to, that is equal to the 3/4 of the area of original triangle. Area of original triangle. I can solve this. This get cancelled. This is √3. So the area of original triangle. So the area of original triangle is equal to x square by √3. Fine. Then next question. So if you join cubes like this, then here the height of the cube would be 10. The breadth of the cube is also 10, but the length of the cube is 20. So if I'm asking the surface area, if I'm asking you the surface area, I'm asking you the surface area, the formula of surface area is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. So 2 into LB, 200 plus 200 plus 100. You just solve 500,000 meters square. That is the area. So the unit are centimeter. So 1000 centimeters square is the area. Fine. Now the next question, the area of the adjacent face of the cuboid. So the adjacent face of cuboid. So suppose this is the cuboid. and you know that length, breadth and height. So this is the length, this is breadth, this is height. So you cuboid is in cuboid 6 faces are there. You can count. One face means one rectangle. Okay, so face one. So the area of one face. So the area of face one, that is nothing but L into B. And area of phase two, that is nothing but breadth into height. And the area of phase three, 6 faces are there actually, that is L into H. So the total phase L into B repeat 2 times, B into H repeat 2 times, and L into H repeat 2 times. That's why you get this formula. Then only you get this formula. That is the total surface area. So here what they're asking you, they're giving you that L into B is X, and B into Y is Y, B into H is Y, and L into H is Z. Okay, so I know that the volume of the cuboid is L into B into H. You know this, right? Now the next thing, if you try to do, what is the product of X into Y into Z? If you try to do, what is the product of X into, if you try to do this, if you try to find the product, if you find the product of X into Y into Z, here imagine, now imagine here, if you find the volume is L into B into H. Okay, now if you take the product of X into Y into Z, so that is nothing but L into B into B into H into L into H. So X into Y into Z is L square into B square plus H square. So you can say they are equal to V square. So you can say V square is equal to, you can say V square is equal to X into Y into Z. Then you can see this next question. How many bricks measuring 25, 15 and 8 are required to build a wall where 1/10 of the volume is occupied by mortar? So if 1/10 of the volume occupied by mortar, so what is the actual area of wall? So the actual area of wall which require bricks, so 1/9 took by mortar, so 9/10. Okay, and then the wall, if you see, that is 10 into 5, 4. So 4, you can write 4, that is, you know that 1 meter is equal to 4 decimeter, and then that is dm into 5. So if you want, you can convert them. Now everything I wrote in meters. Now you know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. You know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 1 meter cube would be equal to 10 to the power 6 centimeter cube. So this you can multiply with 10 to the power 6, because the bricks dimension is given in centimeter. So you need to convert either centimeters into meter or meter into centimeter. This is 25 into 15 into 8. So you can cancel this and this. Then mm, then to do the calculation, what I can do, I can write this as 9 into 4 into 5 into 10 to the power 6 divide by 25 into 15 into 8 into 10, 9 by 10 cut 10. So now if I write this, this is 10 to the power 5. 10 to the power 5, I can write like this. This is 25 4 this is 4 2 4 2 then this is 2 2 okay, this is 5 3 then this is 3 3 denominator gone, so my denominator is not there. Numerator is 3 into 2 into 1000, So this is 6000. Now you can see the next question. A hemispherical ball of intel diameter. So you know that hemispherical ball diameter is 54, so the radius would be 24 centimeter, contain liquid. Now this liquid is put into cylindrical. Now you're putting this liquid into cylindrical of radius 3 and the height is 9. So it's nothing but you understand. So volume of the hemisphere, the volume of the hemisphere you're putting in cylinder, that would be n into number of volume of cylinders. How many numbers of cylinders you require? The volume will remain same. So the volume of hemisphere is 2 pi r cube. That is 2 pi r cube. That is equal to n into volume of cylinder, pi into 3r square into h. So I can cancel pi and pi. I can cancel pi and pi. 3 square is 9. 3 square is 9 r square h. So this is 9 3s are 0. So 3 square is 9. This is 9 3s are. This is 9 3s are. 3 3 get cancelled. So you get 2 into 3 into 27 is equal to n. So that is 27 3s are is 81. 81 3s are 243. 81 3s are no something wrong. 80 27 3s are 81. No 27 3s are 7 3s are 21. 81 81 2s are, sorry, this is 81 81 2s are, that is 162. So the value of n is 162. So you understood this, right? Fine. So I hope you enjoyed this session. This little bit better level questions we did in this class. So we'll see understanding this mensuration is very important for exam point of view, especially those who are preparing for IBPS or CGL or SSC exam. You can definitely expect good level questions from this topic. This is one of the very important and very scoring chapter. Thereby, simply by using formula, you can get the answer. So I believe you like this session. So if you like the session, then please click on the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone. Take care. Bye.